Hi, I just wanted to show you a little more of St. Clair. You'll recognize where we're at in a little bit. Say hi to Archer. I've taken you on the other side of this path. Hold on, car. This is the front side of what used to be St. Clair swimming pool. It's now, as you can see, a pretty good sprinkler park. I mean, it's not really big, but it's big enough for the kids to have fun and play. And the walking trail extends over there. There's that little bridge I took you on the other time, but here's the front of the theater that I showed you the other time, the front of the little amphitheater there. Now there's a walking path there too, but I'm not going to take it because my scooter doesn't like the hill and it'll kick the battery off every time. A little picnic area. And we'll just take Archer and go for a little stroll. There's Archer saying hi to everybody. We've got a pretty nice, pretty old cemetery. There's some really old graves there in that St. Clair's Catholic Cemetery. Some of them you can't read the stones, which fascinates me. I want to get you down so that you see the pavement there for a second. There's my big guy taking his daily walk, working on losing weight. But that's the old pool and the sprinkler park in the front of the amphitheater that we can use for concerts. And there's another stage in another park, but I kind of like that one. So we have two stages in St. Clair where we can do outside concerts and music and what have you. Here's another shot of the cemetery. Goes back pretty far. I'm not exactly sure what the oldest stone is, but it does have a pretty far date on it. And again, we're right here in town, and look at all this beautiful green. I mean, you go straight through your town and you don't look at it. A lot of times when you're going through town, you're headed wherever you're headed, and you don't look at the little areas like there. Another one of them discs games, another part of that walking path, picnic tables, some stairs to go up to, and yet, add on to the park and the path. Volunteers usually work with the flower beds and things. And anybody likes bridges. Now, I love bridges, but here's a better picture of that amphitheater. But see that little bridge there? I take Archer over it quite often because I don't want him to spook over odd things, and that makes a clattering sound like a horse over a covered bridge almost. And so he definitely doesn't quite like the noise, but he doesn't start. He doesn't, he just walks across it like, okay, Mom, let's go, hurry up. But I've noticed my battery, even though I've got a stronger battery, if I'm not careful, that particular hill will kick a breaker. So if you have one of these electric scooters, watch your breakers. Sometimes when you're going up a hill, you're going to pull a little more too much power and it'll kick the breaker off. So you should have a fuse button under your seat. At least with mine, it's a Pride Go-Go Elite Traveler. Four-wheeled, and the reset button is under the seat. That's the backside of that church. It's a Southern Baptist church, and they put in some nice rock to stop the ground from getting washed away. This ditch used to be pretty bad. They've got a little pavilion out where you can barbecue for the seniors and for their apartment complex, which I think is really nice. They have a place to gather. And there's the head of the trail right there. Comes out right there. He says, yeah, we know that trail. And there's the front. If any of you like to draw or paint churches or just like churches in general, it's not like 100 years old or nothing. It's not that old of a church, but it's a very pretty little church. I love the stained glass windows. And this is where my grandfather went to church when he was still with us. Sorry about the rocking and rolling, but this is where I go a lot of times. One of two churches, because they're within scootering distance, so it's great for me. And plus, you don't have to get permission as far as I know if you're a service dog handler. Now, if you're a service dog handler and listening to this and I'm wrong, please tell me in the comments. But you can, but I always ask before I bring him into a private home or a church, something like that, just so that I'm trying to be cognizant of other people. Nice little housing development here. Hold on, I gotta watch. There's a hole around here somewhere. Again, another part of that path that I sometimes walk on that path, but they're trying to keep scooters and stuff off of it, so I've been trying to be polite about that. And if you look in some of these yards, you're still going to see some flowers out, maybe some tulips and daffodils. Some pretty flower trees are starting to bloom and flower. Some people have dogwood, some people don't. You know, some people have these little flowering trees. And this neighbor up here at the end of this street has a beautiful weeping willow that I want to show you. It's just, I love that tree. It's absolutely beautiful. Look how big these are. Look how pretty. Go up and up and up. But just, I mean, walk around your neighborhood. It's even near your house. Try to look at something that you may not have seen before. Get a good eye on, you know, what God created in this beautiful country and this beautiful land we've got. This guy's always got his American flag out. He's got pretty white, I think it's white, I can't see it real well, but a flowering tree there behind it. And some nice greenery there. Really nice, really kind of a very pretty little setup with his American flag. So nice and patriotic. And if you look, he's got some really pretty flowers. Don't think he'll mind, but look at those flowers. Aren't those pretty? And Archer's like, I gotta see a flower. Archer, oh, he dropped his leash. Archer! Now you'll see a service dog not wanting to mind. Archer, come here. I should call him back, but I'm worried about the traffic, so I'm just going to grab a hold of his leash. Not a lot of traffic, but a little traffic. But look, we've got a yellow, purple, a little lilac one there. Really pretty. Archer, come. He doesn't usually pull away from me like that, but as you can see, he's a flower-aholic. I don't know if that's normal for Labradors, but it is for this one. Go to heel. But now, much better. Back up. Not perfect, but he's not traditionally actually working right now, so he kind of gets away with a little bit more when he's not actually working. But I kind of had a feeling that might happen because that's his favorite thing right there. The more flowers, the happier he is. Which is why I usually don't pull over to that guy's yard and look at the flowers, because I know my Archer's going to complain. But look at that. Look at that weeping willow. Isn't that pretty? St. Clair's not a bad little town. We just, you know, we've got... People don't slow down just to take a look at beauty that's all around you. I'm a tree hugger, people, so you're going to see pictures of... And I love this. Look at this. It says, "We love our community. Please help keep it clean." That's common. It should be common sense for all of us. You know, take pride in where you live. But a lot of people don't. Get closer to this great big tree and clean things up, and just like I see things on these walks sometimes, liquor bottles or whatnot, and I can't help but think, why not keep your street, your neighborhood, your home, your little hobbit hole safe and clean, and let the birds and the animals and the land all be happy, and you'll be happy. And so we're almost home, so that's another little walk with Archer, even though he did get away.